Hi, welcome to I Love the Library. I'm Mary Haney, Director of the Detroit Lakes Public Library, and I'm here today to wish you happy holidays. No, I don't mean those holidays, I mean the spring holidays. We've got some biggies coming up, and we just had a great holiday go by that some of you may not celebrate, but we have resources for celebrating almost every kind of holiday here at the Detroit Lakes Public Library, so I want to tell you about those today. Let's start with New Year's. No, not January 1st New Year's, but the spring New Year's. In many cultures, New Year's Day or New Year's is celebrated the first day of spring. In fact, people from Iran in the Persian culture just celebrated Persian New Year. And I found a book on the shelf in the Detroit Lakes Public Library called The Festive Table, Your Own Holiday Traditions. And this is a wonderful book that talks about some families from all across the United States who have taken their own culture's holidays all around the year and turned them into their own special traditions. And in fact, it has a little section on Persian New Year with some explanation of the background of the holiday, and then a couple of recipes. Here's one for one of my favorites. I've had this dish several times, grilled eggplant with pomegranate walnut sauce. So that's in the section on Persian New Year, and that's a wonderful holiday to celebrate. It has some things in common with how the Jewish people celebrate Passover. That's also in this book. It gives some background for Passover and some recipes. It's really interesting because this one talks about an eco-Passover tradition. The Jewish family that celebrates Passover in this book does so with a vegetarian meal and in a very eco-friendly way. So this is great. It also has the Easter traditions in it from a family that is celebrating new traditions of their own for Easter. So that's a wonderful resource for all kinds of holidays, not just the spring ones. I found this book on the shelf, and I really love this one. This is about Passover. It's a book written for children. It's called Wonders and Miracles, a Passover Companion, and it is illustrated with art spanning over 1,000 years. It's got some wonderful illustrations in it. I'd like to show you some of them. This is a matzo cover that was embroidered in India in the 19th century. I think that's really beautiful. And then it has two depictions of the flight of the Jewish people from Egypt that is commemorated at Passover. This is the oldest piece of art, I think, illustrated in this book. This is from a tomb, an Egyptian tomb at Thebes. It's 15th century BCE, and it shows slaves building the pyramids at the time the Hebrews were enslaved in Egypt. And that's a great illustration. And then later on in this book, there's another illustration from the 14th century of the Jews escaping their captivity in Egypt. So it's a wonderful book. It does have some recipes in it, but it has the whole Passover story. So whether you're celebrating Passover with your family or you want your children to have a better understanding of what Passover is, this is a great book, and it's a really beautiful one. So I would suggest you check this one out. And of course, we have lots of Easter things. This is a book for very small children about Easter. And then we have some wonderful magazines, of course, that have Easter resources in them, Easter and Passover. Martha Stewart Living has this beautiful cover with some decoupage eggs. And it also has something I was very interested in, a primer on how to do brisket. I love this article, Brisket 101, which many people make to celebrate Passover. And instead of ham for Easter, it has, whoops, that's the eggs, has pork loin. So that's a great Easter thing. Another magazine with recipes for both Passover and Egypt is Gourmet Magazine. The last thing I want to tell you about before we get away today is that we have a wonderful display of Ukrainian Easter eggs at the library made by Dee Bowman. They are absolutely beautiful. They have great symbolism, great colors. It's a wonderful art display. It should be here at the library through the end of May. So stop in the library and check it out.